So Florian is very interesting in Blitz. At only a threshold of 4 Earth cards to turn him on, that's actually pretty achievable early on. That said, there's really no way he can compete with Aurora when it comes to just raw damage output, right? And that's why his path to success lies more in like a turtly OTK type build. Create a pile of rune chants and come in big to crush your opponent. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Florian. All right, folks, hey, welcome back to Dice Commando and Go Again, a fabulous cast. That's right, today we are talking Florian's birthday, which is my OTK style build for our newest Earth Runeblade, and let's just say, I think it's fair to say probably a fan favorite coming out of the new set. Lots of really cool stuff. The Earth cards are selling for a ton because everybody wants in, and we have Jarl on the way. We all get it. But today, Florian. Okay, so before I go into the deck list itself, yes, the link is below, but I want to talk a bit first because when you see it, you're going to say, well, why aren't you running Scepter of Pain? And I think that's a very fair question. So there's a really cool interaction with Florian on Scepter of Pain, right? So Scepter of Pain is pay 2 to send 1 Arcane, not great value, but if that lands, if it connects, you create rune chance equal to the damage dealt, which would in most cases be 1. But remember, out of this last set, we have Channel the Millennium Tree. Okay, so you get that nice ampy-amp on there. And well, now we're talking, unless they came with quite a bit, unless they have either Prevention or they came with quite a bit of Arcane Barrier, you're probably going to be making a bunch of rune chants, and then you get to make, in many cases, that many rune chants plus 1. Okay, so that's pretty good. And there are some, the other nice thing about the Scepter of Pain is that you can continue throwing at them, your opponent, and it doesn't trigger rune chants, right? Because it's not a weapon swing, it's not an attack, all right? So that's a very big advantage. However, okay, so I just praised why it's good, and if that's the way you want to go, by all means do it. I was finding, though, that it was harder to get that combo out than I wanted to be. If it comes early, it's really sweet, okay? But I was finding it was harder to get that out than I wanted. And then the other problem was, remember, what we're going to be doing this is playing a defensive deck while we are building our pile of rune chants, right? That's inherently the goal here. And what I was finding is a lot of times I was having to defend and I was so close in Blitz to being dead that I really wanted my Reaping Blade with which to be able to actually swing, because then you really only need 1 card, and maybe you aren't OTKing them in that case, but you're at least climbing back in the game where you're throwing 18, 19 more damage at them, where they're going to have to dump their hand and take a bunch, and that gives you a bit to claw back in. So that is why I've landed where I have, which is on the Reaping Blade. Okay, so that's the logic there. Okay, so what you see now is my deck. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk through what we're running. Now, I am on Dyadic Carapace. Okay, so there is, of course, right, the new Earth chest. Very, very good. It's fine. I love the fact, though, that Dyadic has the inherent AB2. Okay, that's really, really strong to just have that naturally and not have to worry about the sideboard space. Okay, so we're on Crown of Providence, we're on Dyadic Carapace, we are on Well Grounded, and then of course Grass. Grass, though, do keep in mind, it gets expensive after your first one. Okay, so because you're 2 plus 1, all right, to make 1 rune chant, or 2 rune chances maybe once Florian is turned on. Right now, a huge component of this deck is Rootbound Carapace, right? Because remember, in order to decompose, in order to get your Earth cards in your banish zone, you have to play a Plow Under or a Felling Crown or something to that effect. Well, but now you're attacking and now you're triggering the rune chants. And that's where Rootbound Carapace comes in, right? So we have the yellow and we have the red. The red obviously is the better. You can do what you want to do and you get +1, right? Now, this on the surface is not the same as playing like a Sink Below, right? If you just want to play a, red 0/4, go with Sink Below, except that you do want to decompose because you want to get Florian's ability on so you can start making additional rune chants. Okay. So now going into the deck itself, the biggest, right, the win con here from a certain point of view is Ninth Blade. Now, it's not our only attack. We have, if you go again, look at the deck, we have Felling, we have Plow Under, which are functionally good things to help you get back in the game, right? Maybe it's not a complete win, right? Maybe, maybe you're only throwing 18 some damage, whatever it may be, not enough to outright beat them, but enough to claw back in and also disrupt. So you have Felling there, you have Plow Under, completely viable options for you. They can also help you, decompose. But obviously the big one that you want to build for is Ninth Blade. Okay, because Ninth Blade potentially comes in for free. Do keep in mind, though, you're going to want to put it in your arsenal. And most of the time, they're going to know by the time you're building up a pile that that's an arsenal card. They're going to try and go after your arsenal. Don't let them get it, right? But again, pretty good stuff there. Now we have other I mean, Florian it's just amazing how many tools he has, right? This Haunting Rendition is granted not a Florian tool, but it's, you know, a take it on the chin or whatever effectively for the Runeblades. Okay, so you discard it to prevent 2 active, so it blocks by 4 on its own, but you don't get the effect there. In most cases, you're going to want to do this and be able to create the Rune Chant when you prevent the 2. We have Arcane Seed's Life, which is, sure, 1 health, doesn't hurt, but it's Rune Chant, so potentially 1 life and 4 Rune Chants. Not bad. And then we've got just other functionally good stuff like Germinate, right? Pay to that. You can create Rune Chant, gain life. I think I did that one too many times, but you get the point. All sorts of tools, okay? So we do have Amplify. We're on red-blue Amplify. This one, again, is reduced, coming for 6. So red serves as a popper. It's a mini birthday cake, right? And by the way, that's, if you didn't know, we call this birthday cake because it kind of looks like a birthday cake. That's why it's Florian's birthday. Haha, so witty. All right. That's the info. If you did not know why it was Florian's birthday, that's why. Okay, we have Autumn's Touch for the red-blue. Again, more earth cards. Felling the Crown. Fruits of the Forest. This is just an instant to gain 2 health. Okay, not too bad there. Read the Runes. Just 3 out of the gate, or 4 if Florian's turned on. Rune Blood Incantation. Now, you'll notice Malefic obviously is a way better card out of Rosetta than Rune Blood Incantation, except in the case of this, where you just want to be able to play this with Go Again and then make 1 Rune Chant every turn. Okay, so this one is better in that case because remember, Malefic requires you to play an action and then it backfills. This is the way to go in this one. Plow Under, Germinate. We do have a Looming Doom. So this one's basically your weird bailout if you kind of get to the end. And basically, if you have to, let's just be honest, if you're playing this, you're probably screwed. So you could go play something else if you wanted to on this one. But it is interesting. It's a good way to get over like an AB1. Remember, if they have, you know, if they have 4 3-pitch in their hand, they can take, or they can prevent, I should say, 12 Rune Chants, right? So if they have some weird setup, you're facing an all-blue deck, but they only have AB1, you do have Looming Doom that can just kind of keep coming like a truck. It is an outplay, so playing 2 of them is correct. But if you, let's be honest, in Blitz, probably, like, if you can't pull it off, you're probably screwed anyway. But it's there for that. And then we do have So Tomorrow. So it gives you some recycling for obvious reasons, like I talked about with your win con. You want to make sure that you have what you need to be able to keep it around, right? If you lose it for whatever reason. Okay. The other nice thing about So Tomorrow is that you actually banish this. So you now have an earth card in your banish zone and you're doing what you want to do anyway. So think about that, really: a single So Tomorrow and a single Rootbound Carapace. So a Rootbound and a So Tomorrow, there's 4. Okay, just by, you don't have to attack, do nothing. Okay, you just got to defend and get them there, and you already have Florian turned on. Okay, so going into the sideboard, I do have Arcane Polarity here, gain 1 or gain 4 if you've taken it. This one's really dirty. I have a Dirge in the inventory as well. Okay, this one's Aura you control, destroy. Well, we don't know what Dirge does at this point. The card's crazy good. And then I have Cadaver's Tilling for additional blue. And then, of course, we have Vexing Quillhand. This is the AB1, right? So this is what you would swap in for your, in a match where you need AB1, right? Because Datic is AB2, you'd swap it in on Grasp for when you need it. Otherwise, I think you're going to want the defense on Grasp. Yes, this is worth 2 Rune Chants out of the gate, but Grasp being able to give you the 3 health that you need to survive, I think is the right play. Okay, so that's the list. Have a lot of fun with it. The deck it's actually like pretty, it can get a lot of Rune Chants way faster than you think it does, right? So have fun with it, just defend, try to stay alive, and then you're going to realize all of a sudden you've got like 12, 13, 14 Rune Chants on the table and you didn't know what, like all of a sudden it just happened, right? So it's pretty cool. And then you can come in hard, and even if you don't win, it's pretty much over if you can pull it off, because then you can keep coming with your Fellings and your other stuff, right? Things get really dirty. Your Fellings and your Plow Unders and all that. Things get dirty. And like I said, have fun with it. Nothing else, folks. Go Commando.